What's up, guys? Back. Super pumped to be back.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a special guest on in a second. I just want to take a minute to shout out the boss. We can't not shout out the boss. He's been on the CrossFit podcast a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
He was just on with
Nicole
Carroll.
And
Jen. Sorry, Jen. I do not want to mess up your last name.
Isn't it like Pishko
Pishko
or something? She says people add like extra K's when they're not supposed to. So
yeah, I don't want to mess with it, but like yeah.
And he ran the show this time.
He did.
So
Hobart was not around, so our boss
did the thing,
running shit.
Yeah,
it was great.
It was a great episode. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. They did also one called "Fuck the System,"
yeah,
which is really good too. So
and they're live. Their shows are live.
Yep.
So yeah, Joseph Souza killed it. Yeah, he
crushed it. It was such a good conversation. Yeah, cool. So yeah.
Go see that. And then without further ado, our lovely lady, Bella Martin, fresh from the games. It's so exciting to have you. Oh God. We're both doing it.
We do that a lot where we try to do the same thing at the same time, but we'll figure it out. What's up, girl?
Hi guys. I feel super welcome. You're both like, let her in. Come on, let her in.
Yes.
I love it.
This is your show.
We're
just here to hang. It's all about you. So
no, it's y'all. You run it. Whatever you need.
Megan, what's up? Hey, Bella. I did want to ask you this, like, Bella, my Bella, me Bella, like, was that what you got, how you got your name? Is that why your parents named you Bella?
My parents named me, my older sister's named Sophia. That's awesome. So I have a sister named Sophia, and she was I think some sort of a queen in some country in Europe, has me Isabella. Don't think I've ever gone by that ever. It's just too formal for me. It's too many letters, it's just Bella. It's good. And then my younger brother is Frank, and my youngest is Granger. So there's not a lot of sense in the names, but we rock it. We're good.
Isabella, that is a humongous monarch name in Spain.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right, girl, let's go.
For a long time, I was like, guys, I was probably royal somewhere along the way, and I got lost. And then they just never found me. And so I still don't have a crown, but it's fine.
We're about to find your crown tonight. Yes. Don't worry.
Thank you.
You're at let me get this. CrossFit. You know so much that people should not know. I'm off the Hobart train. I might be on your Boz. Are you Boz?
I don't think he can be Boz though, because CrossFit hangs out with everybody, and I don't think Boz has that kind of time.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that might be the hard work that CrossFit has put in. Is the fact that I don't know, bro. I don't know, dude. I saw some podcasts today, and you seem to know a lot of stuff.
Maybe they can beat us and tell us who they are.
No, he won't.
Was Bella in Frozen?
Oh, I wish. I was talking with one of our members has a 3-year-old daughter, and she was singing Frozen yesterday. I was like, that's still good. It still hits. It's always good.
The music is really good. I used to watch my niece. I mean, this was a very, very long time ago, and she got obsessed with Frozen. So of course, when they're young, they want to play it over and over and over and over again. So I learned all of the music. I don't know it anymore, but I was like, these songs are good. The storyline, I'm like, it's a little cheesy, but the music was good.
I like the little lizard character. I don't remember his name, but he's really cute. That's my favorite thing about it.
I don't remember the one.
He was in the second one. I don't know what he did. He just jumped off of things, and he had a cute little tongue. That was my favorite part.
Oh, that's probably why I never saw the second one. I only saw the first one, and Olaf is my person.
Yes,
Olaf is so funny.
Yeah, for us at least.
Yes, exactly. So we'll get into the age group after, but we had the awesome privilege to meet you at the games. Now, this wasn't your first games, right? You've been to the games before?
I've been to the games before. Last year, I was brought in as the host of the games. And with everything that went down, we kind of decided that it just wouldn't be appropriate to do what we had planned to do, which is bring this really cool in-person show. And so just out of respect for everything that went down, I took a little bit more of a backseat last year and just helped behind the scenes, helped the broadcast team with spotting, and helped everybody just get what they need, and was able to provide some hugs. So this year was my first time being at the games on camera, and that was pretty cool. Yeah. I had a guy in the audience, I didn't get his name. He yells at me and he goes, "You made it." And at first I'm thinking he's like, "You made it on time. Like, you did it. You're here today." And then I said, "What do you mean? I'm here." And he goes, "Yeah, but you're here. You remember you posted about wanting to be here." And then I walked away and I thought about it. It's like, he's so right. I am here. That's really cool that I am here in whatever capacity. And someone somewhere along the way saw that, and they saw it kind of come full circle for me.
That's so awesome. Well, now I want to go all the way back.
Yeah.
I want to go all the way back. So first off, how did you get into CrossFit? Were you a teen athlete? Did you play sports? Like, let's go back.
So go back. So this is actually one of my favorite things. And this is a lot of times how I kind of pitch CrossFit to people. So I grew up swimming, and my mom was a group fitness instructor, still is. But when I was growing up, and I come from a little bit more of like a traditional Southern household, my family's from Arkansas and Oklahoma. So I grew up thinking women need to be really thin. And my mom's thin, and all women in my family are really thin. In swimming, you stay thin. It's not really a problem. You're burning 6,000 calories a day. I think at one point I was trying to put on weight, and I was eating Chick-fil-A after every practice, and it still just wasn't enough. But so I grew up thinking that CrossFit wasn't for me, because the people that do CrossFit have muscles, which crazy to think that I went so long thinking that something was so not for me, not knowing and being educated on it. Right. And so go through college, and then I was in grad school. So I think it was a freshman in grad school, and I made like some friends, and they're like, "Oh, we do CrossFit. It's really fun. You'd love it." And if you're told something for your whole life that something's not for you, and then you meet new people and you like them and they say maybe it can be for you, you kind of start to doubt what you've known for a while. And so I told him, I was like, "Okay, fine. I'll jump into a class." And so I'm in College Station. I go to this gym. I think my first class was 6 a.m. and I went to Sawed Off CrossFit, and I loved it. And I never wanted to.
Shout him out. Sawed Off CrossFit.
Shout out Sawed Off CrossFit, Terrence. We played Kid Cudi every day. Just the best kind of music. So good. And I remember feeling so welcome in that community. And from there, I started to realize like, oh, this is cool because I am putting on size. And I was tiny. I was like 105 pounds when I was doing this. And I was tiny. And then I realized it's actually a lot more fun to try to be strong and to try to push yourself and actually progress, and not always use the 22s and not always use these lighter weights, because that's not how you're really going to get anywhere. And so I was doing that for a while. And then I moved to Austin. In Austin, I started jumping into this gym, and I was always there. Like, talk about a gym rat. This gym was always open, and I would be there taking class, and then I would hang out, and then I would come back later to hang out with the coaches. You couldn't get rid of me. Like, fully, you could not get rid of me. I was always there. Oh, that's a fun event. Actually, we could talk about that one too. And so
I just want to show the muscles. Like, I'm looking at the biceps, and I'm like, dear God, I as big as I am, and I'm a big girl, never had biceps that size. I feel like that's go girl, get it. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
But so I was there all the time, and they pitched it to me that I should start coaching, and I didn't have my L1 or anything like that. And so I messaged my mentor at the time, Dior, who worked at the NFL, and he had told me he met this guy, Dave Castro. And he's like, "Let me text Dave and see if we can get you, your L1 sorted." And I'm like, okay. Like, I start looking into Dave Castro, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's like pretty important with this stuff. That's crazy if he would help me. And so about a week later, I get an email from Dave, and I still have this email. It's like, "Hey, let me know which one you want to go to and when it is." And I just sent him the Georgetown L1, and he got me sorted and got me into the class. And so started doing that, started coaching. Absolutely love coaching. I love just being with people in a place where they need support in a way that just only someone who actually cares about other people can be there for. And so I started coaching, and then someone came into class one day and he said, "You should try to MC. You'd be really good at it." And I used to be convinced I had social anxiety. I used to be fully convinced that I hated
You don't.
You don't.
I've never met a stranger. I've never met someone that I wasn't like, oh, we could hang out for hours and we still never once. But I thought I had social anxiety. I don't know how. I think it's because everyone around me is always like, oh, I can't talk in front of people. It makes me nervous and all that. No, fully, I love it. Just put me in front of anybody and we'll do that. And so he mentioned that. And funny enough, my first event I ever emceed was a High Rocks event. And I started doing a few High Rocks. And then I made a friend through that. And he said, hey, there's this event, Wadapalooza. You should reach out.
When's the first High Rocks event?
21.
Okay.
21.
And so you did Wadapalooza with what year?
Yep.
21.
21. And then I was back for 22, 23, 24. And I'll be back this year. I was there this year in January. I'll be back this fall as well. And then I loved it. It was so fun because I felt like everything that I had ever wanted to experience in a sporting event was these events. Like CrossFit events are so fun. And I didn't care what capacity I was there. I just wanted to be there. And you couldn't get rid of me. Like you just can't. It's so much fun. So that's kind of how I morphed into what I started doing on the media side of things. It's pretty fun. And I think what my message always is when I'm telling people about this, it's like, I always thought this wasn't for me. And it genuinely became my life and where all my friends are from and how I share joy with people is through movement, through fitness. And now it's part of what I do for my job and how I sustain my life. And I thought it wasn't for me. Fully thought it wasn't for me.
It obviously is.
And you
hold on.
Yeah,
who's getting shot at? Yeah, Joseph Ramirez. Who's getting shot at? No, it's just buffalo. Don't worry about it.
It's the bison. Yeah,
it's just the bison. They're out there.
Don't worry about it. We're good. I promise.
Hanging out.
Yeah,
I mean, I grew up in a competitive dance environment. So that feeling of being skinny and having to look a certain way. Now, mind you, I'm obviously met you in person. I'm tall. I'm 5'11". I've been 5'11" since I was like 13 or 14. And I am not 5'11" this big. I am 5'11" this big. And I have shoulders and I have hips. And then having a son who's 8, my hips have gotten even bigger. And it's just not meant to be, I'm not meant to be tiny, but watching yourself go from that skinny version for you, Belle, like watching yourself go from that skinny version, how did you feel the first time that you saw your body with muscle? Was it very like, oh my gosh, who is this? Or was there a little bit of panic, like I'm getting too big?
So I have put on about 45 to 50 pounds since I started CrossFit.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think of that number, it's kind of alarming. Like I'm fully 160 now. Like I'm fully 160. I'm proud of that. Like,
dude, that was crazy. I had to lose 50 to 55 pounds at one point. That's insane.
Crazy. And it's such a full body change, whether you're gaining it or you're losing it. Like you are a different person on the other side of it.
Yeah.
And for me, it was actually like personally, I loved it, but my family, my grandma specifically, I love her to death. She didn't understand what I was doing. And so my cousin, he's a very competitive power lifter. He and I have always been very close and she's always supported him so much. And I'm like, she supports him doing powerlifting. Like she's going to get what I'm doing. She's going to get it because it's not that far off. Right. And so I remember I saw her once and I think I was eating like a peanut butter sandwich at her house. I was just, eating whatever I could because I was hungry. And I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm trying not to be as skinny anymore. I'm actually consciously eating. And she was like, yeah, you're getting pretty big. And it wasn't a big of like, you look jacked. Because if someone says that to you, you blush and you're like, oh my gosh, you think I look jacked? Thank you. Mm-hmm. But it was this big of like, you don't look like you're supposed to. And then with my mom, my sister and my mom are just like you. They are 5'10", 5'11", and they've always been tall. And I'm 5'4". I don't know what happened, but I didn't get that gene. I just stopped growing. And so they're these gorgeous and long and lengthy women. And then I've always been shorter. So I've always, not that I've always been stocky, but when I put on muscle, it doesn't turn into this nice like ballerina muscle. I'm cool with it. I'm like a little Lego person. They're like this big, but they're bricky. And it was weird because I was so proud of it. but I didn't feel like my family accepted it at first, and they weren't as proud of me as I was. And then it took me a while because I also, you know, growing up, my mom was always like, you don't want to be like this girl. She does CrossFit. And I look at these women now, I'm like, dude, if I could have their arms, I would.
Yeah.
I would. I really would.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just kind of weird. I think when the outside world's telling you, ooh, and the people that you love are telling you, I don't know how, I don't know. And then your clothes don't fit anymore. Instead of being proud of yourself, you're kind of like, did I do something bad? Is this going to be harder to reverse than it was to put on?
Yeah.
But I'm at a point now where I'm like, my family they're happy with the way that I look. And like, you look so cool. I could never do that, but they could if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, they're proud of me for what I've done. And I think it's probably also to the fact that I still work in it, where they're like, oh, this makes sense. You look like that. But, you know, we'll see. And I love it. I like being this way. I think I feel powerful, and I feel I could handle anything being the size that I am.
I think this comment by Ed AI is very true. It's the old school way of thinking, right? We went through a whole time period of, you know, Sports Illustrated, and you had to be the skinniest woman to be able to walk in Victoria's Secret and do all those things. And you had Klum. What's her?
Heidi
Klum. You had,
I mean, America's Next Top Model,
yeah,
too.
you had that
you were
show.
Plus size at a size 6.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have never been a size 6.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And like the BMI and all that type
Yeah.
of stuff at the doctors. Like I've been obese since I can remember.
Do you remember
You know?
having to, like, in order to prove that your BMI wasn't wrong, you had to like measure your neck and your hips?
Wild.
Yep.
Wild. Like, I also thought that my family was really tall and skinny, right? And I always thought I was going to continue to grow and I would look like them. And then I didn't. And I still don't. And I never will. Like, you see my family tree, and you're like, what happened to that apple? Something happened. And it's funny because I am just truly so different. And you have to find kind of the confidence in yourself to be okay with that. And I mean, it's a beauty now. I don't mind it anymore. But for a while, it was weird.
Did you get any of that? Babe, I promise.
No, go.
But
we might be asking the same question, but go ahead.
Probably. Did you get any of that, like, weirdness when you first started to come on the scene and you first started to be an MC and then a floor reporter, where people were like, because we've talked to Lauren Khalil a lot, and she was on the news, and she always said, like, it started to happen to her where they'd be like, yo, your arms look too big, your shoulders look too big, don't wear spaghetti straps. Like,
yeah. So
did you get any of that?
No, and I think it's interesting. The only event I've only ever been told by an event that I was hired because of the way I look once. And the event organizer was like, we hired you because you're a woman. We hired you because you look a certain way, and some other, you kind of not as savory things. Did not like those comments as much. And it was strange to me because I've never felt like I have been given something because I'm a woman. I've always felt like I've really tried to put myself out there, and like, if I'm going to get hired, I hope it's because I'm the best for the job and not because they think they have to hire me because of the way that I look, regardless if it's more jacked or really small. And that's the only one time someone's ever said anything. And no one's ever, I've gotten the comment of, you know, it's good that you look the way that you do because you represent the sport well. And I think for me, I'm lucky because in CrossFit, you know, people are happy that you're jacked. It shows that you actually take class. It shows that you're in the community. It shows that you actually believe what you're saying and believe what you're trying to talk about. Not just, you know, we're a very small sport. We're a very niche market. And for a ESPN reporter to come in and try to do this, people probably would have that same kind of opposite reaction of, oh, you don't really fit the part.
Yeah.
So for us, our sport's been actually really welcoming. Like, you look the part and you are in the community and you are in these classes and you are so involved. We like that because you look like the people and you're doing all the things that these people want to do.
Dude, did you not take that because they said, like, hey, I'm going to give this to you because you're a woman? Like, that would have.
Yeah. So I never went back to that event. Never went back. And I remember telling someone I trusted, I was like, hey, I don't feel comfortable that this was said to me. And the words in response were like, oh, he's a nice guy. It's okay. And I never went to that event again. And that's okay. And that's okay. And I have no
Yeah.
no resent. I don't mind. I don't need to go back to that event. But it's in there. It's in there.
Yeah.
We've worked. I mean, I don't know if you know anything.
Absolutely, Jake.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
exactly
Just for your looks.
Just for your penis. That's why you are on this show. I'm gonna say it. That's fine. Just
I could have said his chest. He showed his chest on.
He's got big. He's got some boobs.
He's got
it was
big
awesome.
chest. We're all about looks here.
Yeah, right. We all.
But yeah, no, I don't. We've tried. Colleen and I have tried so hard in the last like year and a half or whatever, like to not just because we're gay, right? Yeah. Like I don't want to lead with that. We don't want to lead with that. That's not, except for James Hobart. We led with that.
Even though he already knew who he was, who we were. But I love, I saw a quote somewhere where a girl, and I forget where she was, but she has Down syndrome. Mm-hmm. And she, said a quote that the fact that she has autism is the most boring part about her. And I was like, wow, that is so eye-opening when you choose to not lead with a certain identity, or you choose to not lead with your sexuality or your gender or anything like that. And it's like, I'm here because I'm supposed to be here, because I've earned my position here. And for you, you're like, I worked my ass off physically, ethically, whatever it is to get where you are. To have that kind of be like, oh, you're just here because you're a woman. I'm sure for you was like, listen, motherfucker, I have worked my ass off to get here, regardless of if I'm cute or not. Like I have worked to do that.
Well, it's a weird thing too, because it's like everybody wants to feel confident, and everybody in their own way. Like if you get a compliment that's like, you're so cute, in a way, you're like, thanks, I guess. Like that doesn't really tell you that I'm good at my job. Like the way that you look doesn't have really any impact on your job. If you're good at it, then you're good at it. If you're not, it doesn't really matter how you look. And so it was definitely a weird event that I was thinking for a while. And after the fact, I was like, I won't go back there. Because I don't deserve to be put into a position where I'm belittled in that way.
Did it ever bring you back to your swimming days when there was this like constant microscope, like you put yourself on a microscope almost, where you were constantly paying attention to your body and you're like, I have to look a certain way, I have to be skinny because of swimming and that kind of stuff? Did it kind of like trigger you back to like, oh, do I need to be obsessed with my body? Like I need to obsess about what I look like now?
So a little bit. So I grew up, when I swam, Katie Ledecky and I were the same age, and we're
oh my God, you swam with Katie Ledecky?
Yeah. So that's what I grew up competing against in high school. So if you think about it and you're like, she is the greatest female swimmer in history, and she's 6'1". I'll send you them afterwards. I've got photos of us on my phone from like summer meets, right? And it's so funny because I was
no. You cannot send me pictures of women at swim camp from summer meets. That is
She'll
not.
Send them to me.
No.
She'll send them to me.
Not me. No, definitely not me.
So I grew up with this woman who, like, immediately as we're 16, 17 years old, has already set the scene for Olympic swimming. And it was so cool because when I swam, all eyes were always on her. And so I never felt external pressure, but I felt pressure from like myself and from my family to be a certain way. And so that I like it's kind of fun that I didn't have to deal with that. Oh my gosh, what am I going to look like in a suit? It don't matter. NBC's not here for me. They're here for like the local news isn't here to capture me. They're here for her. By the time she's done, I'm probably halfway done. So it's fun,
I want to go back to the part that you were saying that you were figuring out that you were not like you're not introverted, you're extroverted. Yeah. Like
I love that.
So
I thought I was introverted and was scared, but here I am.
So when is it? What competition is it that you're calling that? Like where are you figuring this out? Is it?
So I think I figured it out when I think it was at Wadapalooza. So I did the High Rocks events, right? They were fun, but the High Rocks MCs don't really require a lot of like engagement. It's a little bit of crowd work, a little bit more so just time calling and just making sure people are having fun. But Wadapalooza, I really was like, well, I might as well just go enjoy it and have some fun. And everybody says this is the fittest beach party and it's fun and it's this and it's loud and it's colorful. It's like, I can do those things. And so I'm out there on Bayside, on Tina Hills, and I'm having the time of my life. So much fun. And there's hundreds of people there. I remember I was looking out one night on Tina Hills and the whole grass was completely full of people. And I didn't feel anxious about it. I didn't get nervous. I wasn't like, there's a lot of people listening to my voice, which, okay. I was just kind of like, well, if I do my job right here, they won't be annoyed with me. And they'll have a good time. If I'm having fun, they'll probably have fun. And my rule is always, if I'm annoyed with myself, you're probably all annoyed with me too. So
wow. That's a good call.
That's
good
a good
call.
one. Yeah.
Good call.
And I feel like I'm annoying, you're probably really annoyed as well. So
Yeah.
So I just remember kind of realizing, wow, there's hundreds of people around me and I'm not nervous right now. And that's okay. That's pretty cool. And then I went on that same year, funny enough, I went on to do Torian Pro, Madrid Championship, Dubai, all in that same year of my first year of competitions.
Wow.
And I went around the world. And so to go from thinking I have serious social anxiety to traveling internationally by myself to go do this, you kind of realize, wow, I was a lot more dumb than I thought I was. And I am not afraid of people and I'm not afraid of getting uncomfortable and putting myself in a situation where I might not even speak the language that these people are, but I'm going to try.
Yeah.
I'm really going to try. I said some wrong things in Spanish at one point, but I did try to speak Spanish as best I could.
Yeah.
The boys, Jake and Jan on the Outside the Box show just had Lauren Smith on.
Oh,
and she that interview was so cool. And she was talking about how when she did Rogue for the first time, they were just like, hey, just fill the space in between when people are working out. And she's like, I'm having conversations with drunk Scotsmen. I'm singing the national anthem, holding up babies.
They did
like,
the Simba cam.
Yeah, the Simba cam.
Where like every time you walked around, like the parents held up the baby. I thought that was so cool.
So you guys are all getting thrown into the deep waters or whatever. What do you have anybody there with you that who's the gorgeous man on your Instagram that you're like, are you calling him? Are you asking like help?
So for the longest time, it was just me. And I would try to make friends with people that were often at these events. So a lot of the judges, you kind of see them on that circuit where they're always going to be at the same events. So for my first few, it was the media team that I had met at Wadapalooza that brought me to these events. So I knew I could rely on them if I had questions, if I needed anything. And then the judges, you see them all the time. You see the same medical team all the time, which I think adds a little bit to the comfort where I might go somewhere alone, but I know the second I get to the venue, I'm going to see someone I know. And then it's way easier. And then, it's okay, see you next week when we go to another one. And so I think that, community aspect really, once you're in it, it takes away all the stress. You can go to a new country. If you're going to a CrossFit licensed event, you're going to be fine. You're going to see someone that you know.
Right.
The gorgeous hunk of meat that is in my life now, the one that you're probably talking about, he and I met in January. So he's a firefighter, so he can't travel with me much. But
I really hope this is the gorgeous hunk of meat that you're talking about. Okay, there we go.
That's
such
him.
a good picture.
Oh, thanks. That was his brother's wedding. It was very, very fun. I didn't know that men loved Pink Pony Club until that wedding. I didn't know that. I didn't know because we're at this wedding and the second that song comes on, all the
men go crazy.
It was their anthem. It was awesome.
Oh my God. That's hilarious. I didn't think that they admitted shit like that. Like I thought they kept that between the boys. Like just
I don't know if I was supposed to share that secret, but I'll tell you all of them.
Oh my God. I'm in love now. What is this pic?
Look at that trunk.
I know. He actually
pause. Say pause.
Oh, pause. Sorry.
Look at the trunk.
Look at the trunk. Look at his tush.
But The girl, you are killing me right now.
Thank you.
The tush, the ass, the backside. What do you want to call it?
He programs for me now, and so it's actually really fun because he loves it. He used to coach before he became a firefighter, competed for a while, and so I kind of keep him involved with CrossFit because he has he doesn't compete anymore, doesn't do much. So he'll come into Mayhem. He loves coming in here because the old ladies here, he walks in and they just immediately go to the door. All of a sudden, all these women.
Of course. How high is that shelf? The dump truck. Thank you. It's not just me. It's not just me.
No, for sure. No, he did something right.
His fire hose is amazing.
I love it. I'll also say, I'll give him the credit. He's the only video I've ever had go like semi-viral on TikTok. I used the Daddy's Home song, the trending.
Yes.
And I did a video, just like random clips that I didn't even think anything of it. I thought it was funny. No one follows me on TikTok. It's like this like tiny journal. No one knows I have.
And then you post him up and that's it. You go
all the time. I put him with all that audio, 200,000 views.
Oh my gosh.
And they're like, I'm setting my house on fire. And he doesn't have TikTok, so he has no idea. And he started to get requests on Instagram. And he's like, why are all these random people? Like, how do they find what is this? I'm like, I don't know.
You're like, it wasn't me, babe. It wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Vindicate. What's up, bro? Thanks for the shirts. I can't handle this misogyny.
Oh, please.
Come on.
He's okay with it. He consents. It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But he knows what you actually like. He knows you have 52,000 followers on Instagram. He knows.
Yeah. So we met on Instagram. So I love this. So a year ago, I was living in San Diego and we were just mutuals on Instagram. Nothing of it. I moved to Cookeville and like my third day here, he sent me a message, not even proper grammar. And I joke about this all the time. You moved to Cookeville? ? Not a question. Like, did you move?
So, yeah.
Are you moving? Just you move. And I responded
To Cookeville?
I live here. Yes, I do. And it was
yes, I do.
Yeah, he sent me my post that was this like, hey, I moved here. And he sent it to me. You move?
That's what it says.
Oh. And so he sent this to me. I said yes. And then a week later, he had like a Liberty Day for work. So for like the fire station, they get a day off. So essentially they'll get 5 days off and they don't have to work.
Me like Cookeville.
me live Cookeville.
Exactly. Like it's hilarious. And so he came up and we went out and then I brought him here to Mayhem, which is all like, it's the test. Like, can you handle coming into Mayhem? Can you hold your own? And it was awesome because everyone's just looking at him like, what's this person doing here? And he competed at the first ever Mayhem Classic. And so the guys that were here, they knew him from then. And he's much bigger now than he was when he competed in CrossFit. He's like 240 now. He competed at like 215. So he's just this massive man that's walking around. And everyone here, if you get looked at in Mayhem, you're doing something right. Like Roman here, we've got Gee.
We like cavemen. Cavemen are amazing.
Yeah. And yeah, so he came here and he transferred. He was in DeKalb, Atlanta, and he just transferred to Cookeville like 2-3 months ago. So you moved to Cookeville? Yeah, you moved to Cookeville, actually. So
we all moved for love. I moved away from my hometown 6 hours away for love. So
Lord.
That was a compliment. Why are you rolling your eyes? She hates it when I like love on her publicly.
It's weird.
It's not 13 years later. It's not weird.
It's still weird.
It's not.
Megan Monaco, careful, Bella. Your man may convert the girls straight tonight. I mean, it's been a long time. He's a hot man though. Like,
congrats. So what was the motivation or the drive to move from, you said San Diego to Cookeville? What was it?
I love this. So I'll start with prefacing the story with, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. And when I'm straight up not cool. And I admit that. Like, I know my flaws. I'm not cool. People think
it's okay. Garrett will understand.
Being a fan of the Lord of the Rings does not make you uncool. It's fine.
It's probably in this group of people. I am not a fan of Lord of the Rings, so I'm probably the uncool one in this group, including the chat. So it's okay.
That's okay. So I love Lord of the Rings. And so in last year, it was about early November, I get a message from Jake Lockhart, the president of Mayhem. Hypothetically, if we were to offer you a job, would you want it? And I'm on my way to New Zealand at this point. And I'm like, a job at Mayhem, that doesn't happen. Like, you never hear of anybody coming.
No.
Other than, I guess, you know, our athletes, and then we just picked up Austin. So I feel like lately you've seen more people shifting, but you never hear of job openings, especially within CrossFit. I feel like when a job is open, it's pulled internally immediately, and then someone picks it up, and you never know whether it's HQ or any of these big companies. Like, you never actually hear of anybody hiring. You just somehow see people transfer over. And where'd you come from?
Yep.
So he said, hypothetically, what if we offered you a job? And I'm like, I would do it. I would do it. I think that's one of those opportunities where if I didn't take it, I would have regretted it, and I would have always wondered what if.
For sure.
And so I go to New Zealand, I come back, we have another conversation about it. We're talking, and he's like, you know, we have this, and this, we'll sort everything out, and then I'll let you know on this day. And I'm looking at my calendar. I'm like, on this day, I'm actually flying back to New Zealand for an event. It was like a week and a half later, flying back to New Zealand for another event. I land at like 9 a.m. on that day, and you want to call for 10 a.m. Me, after 18 hours on a plane, not the best sight, because I sleep the whole time. So I look like I've been asleep for 18 hours. So I land in Auckland. I get on this like teeny tiny transfer plane. I land in Wellington, which is where they filmed a lot of the Lord of the Rings. I like a lot of it. That's where you want to go to Hobbiton. That's where everything is. They have a side Gandalf in the ceiling. The whole thing. They've got, it's so cool. And so I'm in this airport with Gandalf above me. And we jump on a call, and they're like, we want to give you the job. Like, we want to bring you out, and when can you move? And my lease was up on the 24th of December. This is like 2 weeks prior to that. It's like, well, my lease is up, and they're like, can you get here by January 1? Can you do that? Sure. Why not? I didn't think
why not?
I didn't think that's going to be a haul, getting my stuff to Cookville from San Diego. I have a dog. I have Christmas. It's going to be New Year's Eve. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't care. I just said, yeah, I can do that. So I go, I'm in New Zealand. I remember I get picked up in like this massive truck, because we're driving from Wellington to the venue. And the organizer is sitting in there in the truck, and I hadn't told anybody because it just happened. And we pull over at a BP, we get chicken nuggets. And he's like, so man, like, how's your life? How's it going? And I was like, I'm moving to Cookville. I got a job and I'm moving. And he's like, mate, that's so exciting. When? I'm like, when I get home.
Exactly when I get home.
When I get home. And so I get back from New Zealand and packed my stuff up, and I drove out here. So
amazing.
It's cool.
When you get there and you're reporting for duty at the Mayhem Empire, are
you nervous yet?
Are you just like, I'll do whatever you say. I'll drive any truck. I'll change the oil
you need
to
coffee?
any car.
I'll go get coffee. Yeah. What do you need?
It's like this. It's funny because it's very chill here. It's a very relaxed environment. But I had no idea. You know, you don't know what it's going to be like here. You genuinely, whatever you think it's like, it's way more relaxed. And so I remember my first day, I got here stupid early because I was like, I'm going to get there early. I don't know where my office is going to be, but I definitely need to know. And if I'm there early, then I can get my stuff sorted and have a coffee, and then no one else will be there. And I'm thinking no one will be there till 9, right? I get there at 7:30. Everyone's in the coffee shop. Whole company, which is in the coffee shop. Everyone's in the coffee shop. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is that? Okay, wow. So we have coffee in the morning. That's cool. So I get this tour. The whole day is great. It's so much fun. And then I think it was that night or the next night, Facundo was in town, and he was like, hey, we're going to go have dinner at the Fronings. You should come. And I was like, okay, sure. So I get the address, pull up to the Fronings. Never been there before. Barely have met Rich at this point. I've met him multiple times at events, but never to the point where I feel like he would be inviting me over to his home for dinner. Pull up, everyone's there. Everyone I had just seen at work is there. We're just
oh my God.
And in that moment, I was like, this is pretty cool. Like, people work together and they actually enjoy each other's company. And it was also on the 4th of July last month, someone made a comment. They're like, it's not often that people that work together want to celebrate their holidays together. And that's so fair. It's like, we have 4th of July together. We do Memorial Day. We're hanging out here. We're going Some people go on vacations together. It's so much when you're here, your family. And I felt that from the first day I was here.
You know what? I'm gonna ask this question from Vindicate in a second, but and then I want to get to this before we have like I don't want to keep you for too long, but that's how I felt at the games.
Yeah.
Dude, like it didn't matter who you met or who you were around. It just felt like family, and it felt like you could have conversations with them like the whole time. You know what I mean? Of course, everybody's working, right? Like you're working, the 7 podcast is working, Proven's like everybody's working. They're all working. But it still just felt like fam. You know what I mean? Like you were just with fam.
Absolutely. And I will say, for me, every single event I've ever worked for CrossFit, I have never been treated better. I pull up, they're excited to see me. I see the HQ team, I see everyone, and they know my name. And I feel like it's such a weird thing. But when you think of the sport and you think of HQ and you think of everything, for them to have taken the time to like remember your name, it feels really good to know that even minimally you have a little bit of respect from people that are trying to build this thing with us.
Right.
And it makes you feel like, cool, we're doing this together. Okay, cool. We can keep going.
At AI. So wait, CrossFit brings people together to collectively be a better person. .. Hashtag mind blown. I mean,
real quick, Vindicate wanted to ask this. Had she ever been to Cookville?
Nope. I found where I live currently because I had met Rebecca Devine at the Teenage Games like 2 years prior. And she was one of the few people here that I was like, she's a girl. She lives in Cookville. I'm sure she lives in a place that's safe. I have no idea anything about this town. I'm looking and I'm like Googling areas in Cookville that are safe. We have 2 streets. Like every area is safe. It's crazy.
And one is Rich Froning Lane, right?
Yeah.
Or Way. What is it?
Yeah. And so I messaged her and I was like, hey, I'm moving to Cookville. Where do you live? And she sent me this apartment complex. It's one of the few that actually exist here. A lot of it's just houses and stuff like that. Yeah. And it's half a mile from Rich Froning Way. And so I just said, okay, sounds good. Applied. I called the people. And this is when I had to like settle myself. So I was so used to fast paced because I went from Austin, Texas, which is like the influencer capital of America at this point, to San Diego, which is Barbie land. So I'm used to doing things when I need to do them. And people are always doing stuff quickly. And so I had contacted this leasing office and they're like, yep, sounds good. We probably have a unit available. And I'm like, okay, so I don't do probably because I need to
know. Yes.
Do probably. And so I signed a lease. They call me, hey, we actually need to redo the carpet in 2 of the rooms. And I was like, okay, like it's not going to be ready until like the 10th. And then I'm thinking, I'm like, do I have to find a hotel in Cookville for 10 days? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. And so I pulled my inner like Karen whatever card. And I was like, that it would probably be ready and it needs to be ready. Yeah. And they responded back and they're like, well, we don't know because it's New Year's Eve. And I was like, I don't really care that it's New Year's Eve. I'll bring my stuff and you can do it around me. Like I won't put my stuff in those rooms. No worries. And me putting that pressure on them, she called me back like the next day. She's like, okay, don't worry. It won't be a problem. I get there. It's all done. It's fully done.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
You're like, I just need it to be ready because I have no other option. And I'm not asking anybody to go stay with them for 10 freaking days or paying for 10 freaking days.
You'll love this. So even worse, I had this happen on my way here. So I drove from San Diego to Cookville, which is 30 hours about.
Oh man.
I love it. And my dog loves a road trip. So we're cool with it. So this is the timeline and then the fiasco that happened. So when I got back from New Zealand, I had 2 days. I went to go to my dad's house in South Dakota. The day that I get back from my dad's house, I'm leaving. So I landed at noon in the San Diego airport. I left at 1 with everything. I drive for 13 hours. I make it to Texas. That was my only goal. And I told everyone, I didn't tell anyone when I was stopping because I didn't want my parents. I knew that if I told my mom specifically that I was going to drive for 13 hours and I'd probably stop driving around like 2, 3 a.m., she'd be pissed. And so, of course, everyone has my location, but I wasn't going to tell her when I stopped. I just kept saying, oh, I'll tell you when I stop. No worries. Fully stop in the middle of the night, random hotel near like an Air Force Base or something base. I figured
Texas. Yep.
Yeah.
I did it the next day. I drive to Little Rock, Arkansas, which is another 11 hours. And that's where my grandma lives. So I stayed there for a bit. And then on the last day, I'm like, cool. I can drive. If I leave at 3 a.m., I can drive from here to Cookeville and I can make it for like a good day at work. This is going to be great. So I thought. I drove 3 hours. I get outside of Memphis and my car has like 3 miles before it's empty because I was trying to make it to a truck stop so I could let my dog out. I had no faith in myself. I was like, I'm not going to make it. I'm going to pull over at this one here. So I pull over, exit 37 on I-40. Don't do it. Never do it. Never do it. It's a shell. I fill up my car. There's people all around this gas station. This adorable old man was like, have a good day. I'm thinking I'm going to. I'm fully not going to have a good day. Back on the highway, my car starts to jump. My car starts to jump. And I'm like, I'm a girl. I know nothing about cars, but I don't think this is right. Like, I couldn't tell you what's wrong, but I don't think this is right. So I get off at the exit that I wanted to get off in the beginning. And I turn my car off and I'm thinking, just turn it on. Just turn it back on. It'll be fine. No.
Yeah, of course.
So I turn it. I try to.
No, it won't.
Every single light turns on. And the car is still, it's jumping.
Oh, God.
And then I'm thinking, it's probably just the battery. Like, what else could it be? It's probably just the battery.
Oh, girl.
I call my insurance. They send this woman. She looks at my car. She looks at me and she goes, it's not the battery. I have to call my husband. And I'm like, God,
what the fuck?
do you need support? What's going on? So she calls him on FaceTime, hands me the phone. And she goes, talk to her. And I'm like, what's happening? He looks at me and he goes, you have water in your car. And I said, no, I have gas in my car. What do you mean? He goes, no, you have water in your car. I've never heard of this before. Never once. And so I'm like, okay, what do I do? Just fill it with gas? Like, I don't know what.
Okay, girl, I would have asked the same question.
Yeah, I actually don't know what I do here. And he goes, you're going to have to get it towed. And then they're going to have to drain it. And then they're going to have to fill it. And hopefully there's no damage.
Oh,
and
my God.
So it's December 31st and no one's around. And so I'm sitting there kind of panicking. And at first my insurance was really helpful. And then they weren't. They were like, yeah, we can take you, we'll take your car. And I'm like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. What about me and my dog? And they're like, sorry, it's a liability to bring you and your dog. We can't do that. And I'm like, okay.
Still middle of nowhere.
Yeah, still middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I call my friend him and his wife live in Little Rock. So I call him and I'm like, Greg, you know everybody in this world. Who do you know that has a tow truck that can help me? And he's like, kid, I got it. I'm like, okay, cool. We got this. All right. So I'm walking up and down this back street with my dog for probably 3 hours. He calls me and he's like, this woman's going to call you. She's going to take care of you. And I'm loving it. I'm feeling like I'm in a movie at this point. Okay. Who's going to take care of me? I'm a baby girl to anybody at this point. What can I do? Yep. And so this woman calls me and she goes, I have a tow truck coming to get you. It'll be there in 45 minutes. He'll take you and your dog, take you to a place. He'll get your car fixed and then you can go home. And I'm like, Angel, okay, thank you. So this man shows up, loads my car, puts my dog in the car, which what a sight, bringing a dog in a tow truck. And it's not just a tow truck. It's one of those big tow trucks that would tow actual something. It's not just a car.
You put the car on top of the tow truck. It's not like it's just towing the car down the road. Yeah.
Oh no, fully. It was on top. I'm like, well, at least we're safe. And so we're driving. It took an hour. It was an hour drive away from the truck stop we were at further into the country. And he's like, you better get out tonight. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, well, the car that I just had picked up back here, it had bullet holes in it. You probably don't want to stay here tonight. Okay. You're probably right. I don't. And so he takes me to this adorable family automotive mechanic shop. They are so kind. Let my dog run around. They have a 12-year-old son that's playing video games. And he's like, do you mind if I play with your dog? And I'm like, please, please. So he's playing with my dog. The guy, I'm trying to chime into work too. And so I had to tell Jake, my new boss, that I wasn't going to be there because I have water in my car. And so I'm sitting on a call and the guy comes back in with a full water bottle full of what was in my car. It looked like water. And he was like, hey, by the way, this is yours. And he's like, do you mind if I show this to the team? No, I'm not lying, I promise.
So you needed a doctor's note.
Yeah.
That was your doctor's note.
And so they fixed it, no damage, everything was fine. And then I got to Cookville. So it took a minute, but we got here. And now I'm genuinely terrified to go to gas stations off the highway. And if my car does anything funky, I'm like, oh no, I have water in it. What do I do now? I have water in it again. Genuinely terrified.
Jake said, get a hose pipe and suck it out. No.
See, I called my friend who's a mechanic, and I was like, do you think I could do that for myself? Because I had that thought. I did it out. And he's like, no, you can't.
That's only in the movies.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm handy. I can do things for myself. No, I can't.
No, we're not.
No,
I would absolutely call a dude to come fix anything and I have. Wait, how did the water get into the car?
It was in the gas tank itself. So the place I went, I guess when it rains, they have holes in the ground where they have the tanks of gas, and that just fills with water. And what I came to learn later as I was working with the woman who kind of got me the tow truck, got everything, she says this happens a lot. And it's always actually at that same gas station, which is why I like warn people, don't go to the Shell off 37 on 40, because it happened to like an actual 18-wheeler. And she said it was like a couple million in damages of this truck because it was full of water. So
damn.
Oh my
God. Yep.
Are you like freaking out? Like, oh my God, I just got hired for this job. I'm running to Mayhem.
And I'm about to lose this job over some fucking water.
I'm like, no one's gonna believe me. They're probably like, nah, she probably just wanted to hang out. It's New Year's Eve. Probably didn't want to work. Oh my gosh, I'm trying so hard. I wanted to be there right now.
That would stress me out too. If I got a call to work at Mayhem and I was almost at Mayhem and then my entire car started to break. And then
and it doesn't make it any better that I have my dog with me, and I have a Rottweiler German Shepherd breed, and so he looks like a Pokemon, for lack of better like comparison. He looks like the Eevee Pokemon.
Yeah.
He's got these ears and he's got this big personality, and he has a blanket. He always has this blanket in his mouth. So of course, as we're trying to do this, like, all right, we're getting in the tow truck, we're gonna go sit in this mechanic's office, he just has this blanket in his mouth and he's just like, what's happening, freaking out. So that doesn't help.
No, that's not your dog. Was your dog in a Mets jersey? If this is your dog in a Mets jersey,
I don't put him on the internet much because he's so weird.
That's an amazing dog. I already pulled that picture up, but there's a dog in a Mets jersey that you're holding. Good job.
A random dog that I found at an event. An example, let's see. This is my dog. Let's see if I can pull him up. This is my dog.
Oh,
that's
gosh.
amazing.
Yes.
Is that a microphone? That's a WWE microphone that he's got?
Yeah.
Are you a WWE fan?
I'm a Macho Man Randy Savage fan.
Yes.
Creed.
I love the CrossFit space. Wow. Everybody in the CrossFit space loves the WWE, and I'm such a super fan. Like, that's so fun.
Did you watch the documentary on Netflix?
Yes.
So good.
Multiple times. We watched the McMahon one multiple times.
Look, my wife's like, can you shut up, please? Because
I grew up on them too. So I love it. I love it.
Well, we had Claire Bays on, and her boyfriend is actually a personality in the WWE.
He's like a luchador, right? Like he wears the masks and the sparkles and stuff. That's cool.
No, no, I don't think so. He
wasn't he just starting?
Yeah, he's just starting. He's like
that's cool.
Like a helper to one of the main dudes, but
I think before he was a luchador because he's been wrestling. And
okay. That might be. We didn't get to it.
Yeah, I want to say he's got like a cool history in wrestling.
Snap into a Slim Jim. That's fair.
Yeah, we just got talking about him, and then
we hopped on. We did the ADHD thing and went like on
something else. Yeah.
I mean, if I was in the wrestling scene, I would never shut up about it.
Dude, like if your man could be in the wrestling scene, but I'm not surprised that he's a firefighter, like at all.
Back in 2021, when WWE was still doing a lot more like open casting stuff for Next, their like head of casting reached out to me, and I still have the email which is funny because at this point I'm like, what could have been?
What would you do it?
I think if I had not seen kind of not necessarily success, but if I didn't feel like I really wanted to chase this one, that would have been fun.
I could totally see you wrestling Rhea Ripley, like for sure. That would be amazing.
I don't have any like crazy injuries yet, so I could jump off the top rope and I'd be okay. That'd be cool.
What would your stage name be?
See, I don't know. That's the thing. Because my name now, Miss Bella, I just did it because I needed something. And Bella Martin was taken. So I was like, well, Miss Bella works. It sounds
you don't need a stage, you don't need a stage name. That's like the perfect name, Bella Martin.
Yeah, just what we are. My dad would probably be pretty pissed at me if I told him career change. I'm going to WWE. He'd be like, come on. Do something normal.
What is even normal?
Does he not think like you at the CrossFit Games
is
reporting is normal?
He's still getting used to it. So he's the sweetest. So my dad, first time he came here, when I got this job, he was like, I don't know anything really about it. He's never seen me in action other than at Able Games, which is a competition only for special needs kids up in Fargo, North Dakota. So he's only ever seen me on a really small scale. He's never seen like the bigger things that are very much more sparkly and kind of more loud. And so he came here and he had read Rich's book. And Rich is always around. Like he's always around. And so I'm taking my dad around the facility and we pass Rich. And I was like, oh, hey, Rich, this is my dad. And he goes, hey, Dad, nice to meet you. And my dad, oh, I love him so much. He goes, I read your book, which is awesome. I don't know if Rich has read his book. Like it's, I don't know who wrote it. I think it was probably Rory. Like, I don't know. And so my dad's like, I read your book. And I'm like, oh, it's so embarrassing. Like I've only been here for a month and a half at this point. He doesn't think I'm cool yet. And then he came back this time.
That's not bad. I've had way dorkier first interactions with people. My first interaction with you was dork as hell.
No way. No way.
I was like, yo, my wife loves you.
I love her. Hello.
And then she ran up to me and she was like, I did something. And I was like, what did you do? She's like, I met Bella Martin. I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. She's like, no. I told her that you loved her and that she's going to find you later. And I was like, okay. And then she jetted up because she had to get back to the podcast. I was like, okay, don't make it weird. That's like our slogan of like, don't make it weird. And listen, her
I'm like,
her Dave one is still the best.
I'm like hanging over the barricade, Bella. I'm like,
I'm so sorry.
That's amazing.
I love it. But that's the thing. Like, I think with everything we do, there should never be a point where you don't want to like get to know the people that also love the same thing that you do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like whether you're on the floor doing commentary or whether you're judging or whatever it is, you should always want to know as many people in the stands as you can.
I love that. And I really felt that at the games. You know, I mean, I dorked out on Bella when I met her at Waza. Okay, so it's not just my wife.
Right,
okay,
that's fine. Fair. Thank you.
Again, the only one, like I felt like I held it pretty cool. I just was, you know, I might have smiled a lot. I might have said thank you too many times to people, but like I held this together pretty well. The only one that made me nervous, and I wasn't even nervous until after I met him and took a picture with him, was Rich. Like it was so crazy because I went up and I didn't
She'll
even
never not
realize,
tell this story. She will always tell this story.
Because, well, Bella knows Rich, and so I might as well tell her the story. She doesn't know the story, so let me tell the story.
Sorry.
So walking outside, getting outside, didn't realize that Rich was at the booth. And so didn't realize that we were in the line to take a picture with Rich, me and my son.
Line. Okay.
So I was in the line, but I was much closer to the front of the line than I realized because I don't think other people also realized that he was there because people were just walking outside.
Yeah.
So now I'm in line, get up to him and just wanted him to, you know, say hello to my son, say hello, and then take a picture with my son. Yeah. A woman was next to me and she's like, hey, I'll take a picture with you. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Came over, said hi to my son, said hi to me. We took a picture. And I walk away and my knees give out. And I was like, oh, okay. Maybe I'm a little bit more nervous than I thought. And then my hands started to shake. And I was like, okay. I mean, I was fine. It didn't happen when I took the picture. but it was like, oh boy, okay, that's like stardom status that like I met Rich fucking Froning. Like it's so cool. It was literally 2 seconds. You know, he takes a picture. Nice to meet you. We all say thank you, and then keep it moving. But it was like, holy shit, I just met Rich Froning. That was the only one.
Love that. The thing is, I think with Rich too, I think he's so friendly and confident too, that I think when you meet him, at least initially, you're like, dang, like that dude's got it. Like he's got something, regardless of if you know his like kind of fitness accolades as a champion, like the way he carries himself, you meet him and you're like, wow, kind of taken aback at just how cool and how amazing he is.
Yeah, and you see him everywhere. You know what I mean? Like you see him posting videos, people post pictures with him, and it's not that you kind of disbelieve that he is actually like that, but then also matching those type of like pictures and videos and stuff like that to him in person. I was like, oh, he legitimately is the same person in person, on videos. I mean, and you telling the story about like everybody goes to his house all the time. He just is constantly surrounded by people. And it wasn't just that experience with him at the games. I really felt that with everybody. And again, we understand everybody's busy, but a simple moment of like, it's so nice to meet you. Can I have a picture real quick? It just, there's just something about those moments is that it never felt like it was intruding.
People say all the time, like, hey, don't meet your idols because you're going to get let down. And it just felt like when we went to the CrossFit Games, all of our idols that we met, I still think they're I still put them on like 8,000 pedestals. Like they're amazing. And it was amazing. And it was a super cool weekend to be at. Taylor has the Swifties and Rich has the Fronies.
At least we're not calling them the Fronies. A lot of times people that don't know the space as well, like I've actually been asked if I know Matt Froning, which is like the craziest question ever. And it's someone that's, it's always someone that's trying to like look at what we do. And they're like, Matt Froning? I actually don't.
No,
I don't know who that is, but we can have the Fronies. That's fine.
The Fronies.
Did you see she's marrying Trav?
I know. I saw that.
They got engaged.
Big old ring.
That was a huge ring.
I didn't even get to see it yet.
Oh, I'll find it. Everybody posted it.
Yep. It rivals.
I even saw someone that said her friends like congratulated her because Taylor got engaged. I'm like, oh, these Swifties are like nuts.
They ain't getting married. How much you want to over under on them getting married?
Really quick, to be honest. I feel like they're the kind of celebrity couple that they're going to get engaged, and like 2 months later, they're going to have a getaway wedding. They're going to tell People magazine, only their close friends, and then all of a sudden it's on the cover of everything. That thing's big.
Wow, dude.
Oh, so you mean like a Kim K wedding? That's going to end quick. I'm her first one, right?
Was that
her first one?
Yeah, Kim K's first one.
Yeah, her first one.
Yeah. Nah, man, she
I know all that information. Wow.
There's gonna be a new album. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a new multi-million album after this.
Okay, question. Do you think she writes her own music for her own wedding? Like, will she listen to her own tunes at her wedding? How does that go down? Does she write her own first dance song?
No, but I think one of her songs will probably
I think she will. I think she will. I absolutely think she will.
You think of these things. No one, like a normal person doesn't think of it. You're thinking, I'm going to play Lovely Day or whatever. But Taylor Swift, she might make her own song.
She might make her own. Listen, she's releasing a new album right now. It might be her wedding album. I mean, fuck, right?
It's like day by day. It's like getting ready song. Song, walk down the aisle song. And you want to have Taylor Swift's wedding? Here you go. You're welcome.
Yes. And you know how many people will buy that? And how much money she'll make?
So many people.
How much money? They're going to buy the vinyls. Some Swiftie out there is going to be like, Taylor Swift made my wedding day. And she's going to have the vinyl. She's going to have everything.
How many Taylor Swift weddings do you think are going to happen after her wedding? Like the dress is going to be close to the same, like the music, the flowers. How many Taylor Swift weddings do you think are going to happen after this wedding?
That creeps me out. All the impersonators are probably looking for Travis Kelce impersonators right now. Top search on Craigslist, probably. It's true.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right, real quick, let's get this. The games.
Sorry.
That was so
just
good.
crazy.
That was great. The games for you this year.
Yeah.
Completely awesome. No hiccups, no weird.
I think for us and like our team, I think they put on a really good show. And I think if the CrossFit broadcast is good, I think it helps people believe that we're doing something that still matters and that people still want to be a part of. And so I think for the show to be really great, the in-person event was awesome. I think what I've said, and I said this to Dawn Fall as well, I was like, I'm really proud at all of the thousands of people that showed up to be here, and anybody that has anything negative to say with nobody went to the games, you're part of the problem. Because if you want it to be bigger, you want it to be sparklier and flashier and 6 days long and all of these things, and you're upset that it's not better, you have to invest in it. And to invest in it, you have to be there and do the open and things like that. Like, find your way to invest in the community that matters to you. And if going to the games for you is that, like, be there. So I think for me, it was great. And, a lot of people were like, CrossFit's so back. And for CrossFit to be so back and then go do the media brand campaign that they're doing right now, where they're,
Awesome.
it's so gritty. It's so
Awesome.
great. And I got to give Jenna credit for that. Jenna has been such an asset to that team.
She's so cool.
And like, Jenna's a lot more forward facing because she's a CMO, but Kenna's behind the scenes doing all of this brand work as well. And for those two to be so exceptional, I have nothing but amazing things to say. Albany, I won't speak on it.
I will.
Not my city.
Trap house.
It's all right, girl. It's all right, girl.
It's all good.
I do think I was really proud of what they brought this year.
Listen, we'll take Albany. It was a car ride for us.
I know. That's why.
You know what I mean? So we'll take that shit all day, every day. And everyone was so anti-Albany. I was like, I get what you're saying. I'm not saying it was New York's pretty big. There are a lot of other cool places in New York you could have maybe thought about. So I get what you're saying. But a car ride for us is magical. So we'll take that shit all day.
Rich said it this morning. It was a great opportunity for people like us that only lived a car ride away to be able to get to see the games, because it's probably not going to be feasible if it's like back in California or if it's like in France or some shit. Like, we're not going to get to do that. So it was really nice for us to get to go experience it.
Yeah.
Should it stay in Albany? Nah. Like, nah.
No.
Well, it's like us for the Mayhem Classic, right? Like, it's down the street from my house. And I had told all my friends, I was like, if you want to come, I have a 2-bedroom. I'll turn it into a 10-bedroom. I don't care. If you want to come be a part of this, like, my house is yours. And it's very similar, I think, with all of these CrossFit events throughout the season. Like, if you want to be a part of it, there are people that will help you to be a part of it. You just have to ask.
Yeah.
Did you see? I'm going to ask you a hard-hitting question, which probably is not. But did you see anybody after the games went off, right, without a hitch, and everybody was like, this was the coolest thing. It was so fun. The energy was crazy. Everybody was loving on everybody. And then the people that were like, yeah, I'm not doing the game. I'm not going to a CrossFit run event. I'm not doing any of that. And then after the games on their social media, they're just like, oh, love CrossFit. Hug this person, hug that person.
Yep. I saw a lot of that. And I think you see a lot more of that virtually, because when it comes to doing, anything in this space, you have to be present and you have to show up, right? So if you're so against CrossFit and you're against the growth of the sport and kind of resurgence in a way, if you're against it and then it goes off and everybody's loving it, you want to feel like you're part of it. You want something, you need the attention, you need to get the views back on you. So you're going to go back to what it was. And I think it's tough. And I genuinely saw a lot of people there that last year were like, I'm not having anything to do with CrossFit. Yeah. I refuse. And that were very outspoken. And I might not have, should have said this, but there was one person who I saw and I was like, I didn't expect to see you here after what you said last year.
Yeah.
And I don't think like most people probably wouldn't have said that. I didn't mean to say it, but I did. Like it was kind of a word vomit situation. And
Yeah,
they
it happens.
they just didn't say anything. They just kind of smiled.
I get it. You know what? And I'm not mad at it because for me, the more people that are talking about it, the more people, it was fun. And I think everybody should go and have a good time. And even if you were pissed at it last year, like, okay, fine, you were pissed at it last year. I get it. Like you see it now and you remember, and it's cool that you're talking about it again. So I'm not mad at it, but it was just like, oh, you want to like talk to us about morals?
Yep. It was that. And I think in person after the fact, the people that I heard in conversation that were like, oh, no one was there, this and this, I challenged them. And I was like, well, actually, if you think about it, if you told me, you know, in October of last year that the games was going to go off without a hitch and people had fun and we had 2 new fittest on earth champions, a fittest team, if we were going to have all of that and it was going to be really successful, I don't know if I would have believed you last year. And for so many people to have shown up in support of it, like, how dare you try to take that away from that event? Yeah. There weren't 15,000 people. Okay. But there weren't really supposed to be. There weren't.
How many people do you think were of that crowd was wishing some shit went wrong at this year's games?
I think a lot of people like that are very vocal about it probably wished something had gone wrong so they'd feel right about it. And I think that's what happens with stuff.
And
like
that sucks, dude. Like,
yeah, it sucks. And people want to watch it and they're watching for something to go wrong in something that's a little bit more catastrophic than just no reps. Like, I don't mind if people are talking about, you know, shady kettlebell cleans, whatever. That's funny to me, honestly. Like, you should have seen the bruises on those kids' shoulders after the age group games from.
Oh yeah. That was insane.
That makes me laugh. And if you're watching it to catch that, cool with me. That's fine. That's fun.
Yeah.
But when you're watching in hopes that something goes wrong,
like the broadcast goes down, or there's a rope that falls or some shit, or the rain. Yeah.
Exactly. So if something like that, if you're watching with those intentions, like, I don't really care if you're part of the sport or not, because you're not trying to better the community. And that's kind of why we're all here. So if that's your attitude anyway, like, I'm checked out from that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. I think that, you know, with everything that happened the year before, you know, a lot of people lost their faith in CrossFit, even though it was an accident, you know, for however you want to define it. You know, so for some people, it was a matter of believing that it was possible again, that it was safe again, and, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. But for you, did you ever lose your faith in CrossFit?
No, I actually had this conversation. Rory and I were in a meeting this morning and we're chatting, and I said it, and I say this actually fairly often. I was like, I'm one of the few people that still has this really naive hope that it's going to be great and we're going to come together and new people are going to find the sport, and the games is going to be something that it's never been before, which is awesome. Like, how cool is that? We've already done the Carson, we've already done Madison, we've done all of this stuff. Well, why don't we make it new? Why don't we do something cool? And there's always going to be new gyms opening. There's always going to be new people going to those gyms. And to me, that's always what I believed. I've never stopped believing in that. I've never stopped believing that CrossFit was just going to disappear. To me, that never sat well with me.
Do you think being part of CrossFit Mayhem and Rich and the crew and whatever really helped you stay grounded in that? Or do you feel like you would have had that even if you weren't part of Mayhem?
So I think I've been, very involved with the sport for the last few years. For 2 years, I was doing 20 plus events per year. And so when you're doing that, you very much see like, oh, it's alive and well. It really is. And last year after the games and living in San Diego, and I'm like, we'll see what events happen. Like, I support any event that happens that wants to do it. Like, you tell me. And I had probably 5 events that I had booked to go to work cancel because they were like, we can't do this. We don't feel in good conscience doing it this year. We don't want to do it. We don't have the money anymore. Sponsors pulled out. And so even through that, I was like, it's okay. We're going to have the games again. When I was hired on for the open announcement in the early part of the year, I was like, oh yeah, we're good. We're going to be just fine. We're not going to have an open and not have the games. We're not going to put our heart and soul into doing 3 really cool productions and then not give the community something at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I never really, and I mean, maybe to my own fault, I've gotten in arguments about CrossFit not going anywhere. And I've been very loyal to CrossFit, the organization. And I think that's just, when it comes to CrossFit, like, that's just where I am. Like, I will always be part of CrossFit. I will always support them regardless of whatever really happens. I'm here for the people.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let me get some of these fan questions out. Base asked a while ago, hey, are you going to Rogue? Are you going to Rogue this year?
I'm not going to Rogue. I have not been kind of introduced into the Rogue team, but they have such a good team that I don't necessarily mind. It's one of those things I'm like, they're so good. I actually really enjoy being a fan watching Rogue.
Yeah.
So I don't mind. I kind of froth out and actually for once watch the sport myself, and I'm not behind the scenes missing everything. I actually enjoy not necessarily having to go out there so I can watch it.
What do you have coming up next before
I
you finish?
have adaptive games in 15 days, which would be
Crazy.
super fun. I'll go to Waza SoCal as well. And then I don't know what else I have for the rest of the year. Maybe a trip.
You're not emceeing at all anywhere, right? You're just on-air reporter.
I'm going to do MC at Adaptive, which can be awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
I'm really so excited about it.
Yeah.
The adaptive community, after working in Fargo for a few years, they're so fun and I love it. And I know a lot of the athletes now. And so going out there, I'm excited to give them everything that I have and, kill myself for a couple days so that they have a good event. I'm excited about that.
I love that. I love that. Well, tell us quick. You went to age group. How was it?
So
it was amazing.
I think it was a success because you have masters and teenagers going on at the same time. I'll say that was a success.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, we didn't really have any issues. I think
I heard they were waking up the masters earlier than the teens, man. The teens need to get out of bed early. Yo, that's unfair. That's
foul.
That's foul.
The 70 plus was up every day. They had the 8 a.m. heats.
Nah, man.
What?
So the reason they did that is they had such a limited broadcast window. And I'll actually speak to this because I was looking at the comments after the fact and I felt guilty about it. And I was like, but the problem is we don't have the bandwidth to do more. So because it costs a lot. And I think being a fan of a sport, or maybe not a fan and you just want to talk crap about it, they're like, well, why aren't the 70 plus? Why aren't you doing every single floor? And I'm like, do you know how much money it is that people don't have to do all 4 floors? We had 4 floors on Saturday, 4 learning at once. Like, that's crazy. And so they did the best they could. And on Saturday, on Sunday, every single age division was broadcasted.
That's awesome.
And on Saturday and on Friday and on Thursday, we did as big of chunks as we could, given the space and the team and the time that we had. And so, I mean, the days were long. We were there from every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They were long.
Yeah.
And to try to put together a show that tried their best to show off what was happening. We didn't get every event. And I know we didn't, but we tried to do the best we could to give people the best show and to also show people like we do care about age groupers. Like, it's not that we don't. If you think about it in that way of like, we care, we're doing the best we can with the resources we have. Like, you're proud of what you put forward. If you think of it with a scarcity mindset of like, well, they're not putting money towards it. Where's the money? Like, what do you want to put towards it? Do the open. Like, it's all that stuff.
And then you had them bitching and complaining when the teens and the masters were part of the regular CrossFit Games, and then there was 0 broadcast. If we were lucky, it was just a camera on the field where you could see them, but there was no broadcasting. And then they're saying, well, we need to put more highlights. We need to put more time on that. If that's the case, I said that the other day, the CrossFit Games would be 2.5 weeks long.
Right. Yeah.
And Adrian Conway and Chase Ingram would have to be broadcasting from morning until night for 2.5 weeks to be able to give every single person that kind of exposure. And that's why it's great that they have those opportunities to have these smaller events, but it takes investment. It takes sponsors. It takes people going out of their way. We saw that when Sev and all of them tried to do NorCal and Syndicate and all this type of stuff. Everything was supposed to work.
And it didn't.
And it didn't.
Yeah. And we even dealt with that too. And we brought in a crew. Like we brought in a live stream crew that was going to set it up. And on 2 of the days we couldn't get audio and we lost our connection. We did a pre-show every day. And this is something I'm grateful we did, is we did a pre-show that we could talk about stories and give a little bit of backstory on what was happening that people didn't see. So we highlighted every single age group within those stories every day. And we talked about people that might not have won their division or won heat, or maybe they came in last because there were so many of them. We still talked about them and gave them their moment, whether their moment was while they were on the floor or whether their moment was us talking about them. Sometimes I would almost rather us talk about you because you might be doing something embarrassing out there. And you're welcome. We're highlighting you and giving you a little bit of more attention than you got before. And I think,
honestly, for me, I watched more of the age group qualifier this year than I ever have when it was at the same time as the regular CrossFit Games. Because I'm like, I watched the individuals and the teams, obviously, because Rich was on a team. And then I'm CrossFitted out. And I'm not going to go back and watch the age groups. I'm not going to watch the teams. So this time at least I got to see, I got to see Becca Voigt. I got to see I went back
Scott Panchuk won.
I watched
so
the
happy
dude.
for him.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So happy for him.
I like it. I honestly like it better this way because I get to see it. I wouldn't go back and watch it if it was, you know what I mean? 18 hours.
Like people don't think about like the actual consumer of the product. Like you want it on demand to watch it when you want to watch it, and you want to be able to pause it. You want to be able to go backwards. You want to be able to do all these things. And that takes resources that nobody really has. But also at the same time, like that's not necessarily what people want. Like they say that's what they want. They don't really want it, because if we give you everything, you're not actually going to watch it. Totally understand.
No, and that's my point. I wouldn't.
I agree with you. And
with Larry, totally understand. But the Masters in the Open accounts for over half of the signups, and the affiliates, because Fergie said the same thing. True Larry and pretty much keeps most affiliates profitable. Yes, so I understand where that is coming from, because obviously they take most of the funds to highlight the elite individuals, individuals, teams.
The elite individuals, we have 30 and 30, right? For the Masters, we have 20 age groups with the teens included. 20.
Right.
And so if you think about it that way, that's not an hour-long show. That's not a 2-hour-long show. You're asking for a show that it's a 12-hour show, and no one's going to watch that. And it's not like nobody wants the content. We want to give you the content. I want to give you the stories. I want to tell you why you should care. And I don't have to convince the people that are watching it why they should care. I'm trying to convince the people that think it's stupid to have it broadcasted at all why they should care. And they should, because to their point, the Masters and the age groupers fund this community.
Yeah.
They genuinely do. The elite athletes, as much as we love them and as much as we love to watch them do what they do, they're not growing the sport in the affiliate gym side. I'm not walking into a gym because I see what they're doing and want to go do that anymore. It used to be that way when it was a lot more attainable. But now it's, well, I want to be healthier in life. How can I do that? Go to a CrossFit gym. There's a group of people here that work for the sheriff's department. And one of the guys was like, our department needs to be healthier. Specifically, our shift needs to be healthier. I know a place we can do that.
That's awesome.
And I love that. And those are the age groupers. They're all over the age of 34. And I think if you try to always argue about we need more, we're giving you this, we deserve more, you're missing what we're trying to do right now. And we're trying to do better. Like you could say the media for the age groups this year is already better than last year. Because last year, the teens and the Masters were at different events.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Already we're doing better. And already you can tell that CrossFit is listening. And they're like, you're right. Dawn was there this weekend. Dave was there this weekend. The whole team was there. Like the CrossFit media team was there. They had a journalist there. Kelly was there. Like they actually care more than I think people give them credit for. And I think they're actually also listening a lot more
And yeah, the cool thing was too, like I got to watch the events, but I also got to go watch the post shows about it.
Yeah.
So like if Clydesdale was on, if WOD Prep was on, if like whoever was, like I would go watch those. If it was during the actual CrossFit Games, I'm not doing that. Like
No,
there's too many shows.
I'm watching what the elites and the teams are doing. Honestly.
Right. And I think that's good for you guys to see that though. And I'm hopeful that as we start to bring back the CrossFit media and people are really excited to talk about the sport more, I'm hopeful people have a little bit more grace for the people that are trying their best to give them exactly what they're asking for, even if it's not exactly the way that they're wanting it done.
Yeah, and going back to what we were talking about Albany, like was Albany the best place to do it? No, but it gave so many people the opportunity to drive there, to take that drive and invest in CrossFit and invest in the games and go see it. Whereas if it was somewhere else, we never would be able to do that. But and also too, all of these events are sprinkled around many different places. So if it's not the best broadcast, maybe you have 10 people that choose to go rent an Airbnb and go to the event, spend money, go hang out, see it live, and they don't have to be home. So then later, maybe next year, that's an investment into the coverage for next year. But you're going to have those gyms. Dens talks about it all the time. Like when her people compete from her gym, like 50 people from her gym are going.
Overtake pulls up.
Like,
pull up.
Yeah.
Greater Heights, man, that gym does something good. And I think other gyms need to see that and see that it's okay to like pull up for people. It's not uncool. And I've actually had this conversation recently. Like, it's not uncool to go support people. It's really not. Like, go to the games. It doesn't make you a loser to go to the games.
No,
it really doesn't. It doesn't make you a loser to sign up for the Open. Sign up for the Open. Doesn't make you a loser for doing the in-person semifinal. It doesn't. Sign up for the semifinal. Like, do it.
Girl, thank you so much for tonight. This was so fun. I appreciate it.
One of many. Yeah. I will DM you again.
I'll come back. I like you guys. I'll come back.
Awesome. Yeah, because I want to definitely talk about the adaptive athletes and you being there and whatever. That would be one that I would love one day to go to. I think that would be so fun to go.
You want to follow anyone on Instagram? Andrea Wilson. Coolest
Andrea
person.
Wilson?
I'm writing it down right now.
My entire life.
Okay.
She's the fittest seated woman, I think 3 times in a row.
I might follow her. Hold on. Andrea.
She does paraclimbing too. She
does rock climbing, right? Yes, I follow her.
Yeah.
She's insane. Babe, if you don't follow her, she's
cool.
I follow whoever you follow.
She's bananas.
That is my job.
She's so good.
Say, she is one of the coolest people I've ever met. And I'll give this story, and this is why. I was training in South Dakota at the gym she trains at, CrossFit Viable. And we were doing the same workout. She follows Mayhem. I was doing the Mayhem workout, doing the same thing, right? And I remember she asked me, she's like, why are you doing that with your legs? I think I was doing something gymnastics. It was either ring muscle ups or something. And she's like, why are you doing that with your legs? And I looked at her and I'm like, what do you mean? Like, that's just how you do it. Like, that's how I do it. And then I'm thinking in my head, and I'm like, she makes it look way easier than I do. And she does not have use of her legs. And
that's crazy.
That's the boss energy she has. Like, you follow anyone that's in the adaptive division, follow her. She's cool.
Awesome.
She's awesome. Well, I can't wait to hear about that. So, Belle, hang out. We're going to say bye to everybody, but we're going to say bye to you behind the scenes. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Oh, and if you're not, the boys have Facundo on Thursday.
Yep.
And next week, the head-to-head.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be crazy, y'all. Get ready. This is going to be, if the internet works out for the boys, if they have their internet together.
Please make sure the internet works out.
It's going to be amazing. So hang out for that next week. Appreciate y'all. We love you. And thank you for always hanging out. And we'll see y'all soon.
Bye, guys.
Deuces.
No, Mike, we're leaving. Goodbye.
Yeah. Sorry.